Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen, I want to talk about Rex Ryan and the way he addressed Amari Cooper. As reporters, I feel like you got a civic duty to be precise and accurate and hold your emotions out of the equation. Especially a guy like Rex Ryan, whose job is solely to report on the NFL as a masses. Now, I am a reporter of the Philadelphia Eagles. I primarily talk about the Philadelphia Eagles, but I'm aware of what's going on around the rest of the NFL. Come on, we all aware of what's going on around the rest of the NFL. So with that being said, once you take your bias out of the situation and once you put yourself in the realm as you're an NFL analyst, you gotta show a little bit more, professionalism. Listen, I understand you might not like Amari Cooper. I understand you might not like him because obviously that's what it sounded like to me. Rex Ryan don't like Amari Cooper. But there was a lot of truth in what Rex Ryan said, a whole lot of truth. Amari Cooper is a great wide receiver, man. Let's make no mistake about it. But Amari Cooper ain't the same guy on the road. Amari Cooper ain't the same guy in cold conditions. Amari Cooper is not worth $100 million, $20 million a year. Amari Cooper ain't that. He ain't that. Dude been shrinking on the road his whole career. And it's crazy because I knew that was a little bit about Amari Cooper, but I didn't know it was still happening until it was pointed out. Dude shrinks on the road. I think he had like 200-something yards on the road. Everybody want to say he was hurt. Everybody want to say this. Everybody want to say that. But when you suit up and you go on the road, you either got to be a good distraction or a good acquisition to your quarterback. You do. You know what I'm saying? You do. And Amari Cooper, is he an elite wide receiver? No. You can't be an elite wide receiver when you only can perform at home, man. I'm sorry. What if your team was only able to win at home? You wouldn't make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? It's alarming the difference between Amari Cooper at home and away. It's just alarming if you want to think about it. And what I have paid them, you see, Amari Cooper put the Dallas Cowboys in a very, very difficult situation. A very difficult situation. They spent the first round pick on him. They could not by any means let this man walk away. They couldn't let this man walk away. That's admitting defeat and losing out on the first round pick. That's not a part of the plans. You got to get something done to keep that dude around. You saw the explosion in Dak Prescott's game when he came on the scene, especially at home. You saw that explosion, man. So, you got to pay him regardless. But you pay Amari before you pay your franchise quarterback, and then you pay some other dude who ain't played. It's a lot of truth to what Rex Ryan was saying, but I think Rex Ryan got to hold himself accountable with the name calling. You just can't call that man a turd. That's a grown man. He could ball. But I think the deal was a little egregious. I think, he could ball, but that's a crazy deal. You know what I'm saying? But, let's get into the meat and potatoes about this video, man. I want to talk about some of the Philadelphia Eagles that I believe will have some breakout seasons. I'm telling you, man. I want to talk about some bold predictions for some of the guys in Midnight Green, Kelly Green, the white and green, whatever we're going to be suiting up in. I think some of these guys that I'm about to name are going to have some really, really good seasons. Now, I think Arcega-Whiteside will bounce back. I'm going to say Arcega-Whiteside will have around 40 catches, 550 yards. That's way better than what he did last year, and 4 touchdowns. Way better than what he did last year. I think Desean Jackson will be very, very close to a 1,000-yard season, if not have one. I think Desean Jackson, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and give it to him. I think D Jackson going to have a 1,000-yard season. Now, D Jackson had a 1,000-yard season since, was it 2016? I think it was 2016. D Jackson hasn't had a 1,000-yard season since 2016. If Carson Wentz can get Desean Jackson back to 1,000 yards, that just proves that Carson Wentz is elite. Desean Jackson will have a 1,000-yard season. He didn't make the Pro Bowl since, I think, 2013. Desean Jackson will have a 1,000-yard season. Desean Jackson will prove that he ain't lose a step. He just lost quarterbacks. You know what I mean? He just lost tiers in quarterbacks that he's been playing with. He's been playing with Jameis Winston, who's a la Buns. He's been playing with not Dak Prescott. He's been playing with, Kirk Cousins, who's been semi-Buns in the beginning of that little, when Kirk Cousins took over for RG3. Desean Jackson will have a 1,000-yard season. Miles Sanders will have 1,500 yards from scrimmage. and the Philadelphia Eagles will win the NFC East. Listen, it's not hard for the Philadelphia Eagles to win the NFC East this year. Everybody took a step back. Whether you guys want to believe it or not, getting a new coaching staff and the time frame that we're in right now is a huge step back. We got the same coach. The Giants, Redskins, and Cowboys all have different coaches. All have different head coaches. That means 3 different coaching regimens have to be put in place. There is no spring workouts happening right now. There's no crazy OTAs or none of that stuff on the schedule right now due to the pandemic. So the familiarity that these guys are normally supposed to get, they're not going to be able to acquire. They're not going to be able to acquire the same familiarity, man. I don't see it happening in this short amount of time. The Philadelphia Eagles are going to win the division. I don't give a damn if Chase Young comes to the division. I don't give a damn what none of these dudes do. I mean, I just don't see a way we lose this division. I don't see a way we lose this division. Now, I believe Desean Jackson will be so valuable this season because if we do keep Alshon Jeffrey, which is looking like it's going to happen, I think that Alshon Jeffrey won't play until about week 6, and Desean Jackson and Carson Wentz, who already had amazing chemistry in the beginning of the season last year, obviously 2 50-yard bombs, I think that chemistry will get that much stronger because he will have Desean Jackson to depend on. Desean Jackson is hungry. You know, Desean Jackson is reportedly saying he got a chip on his shoulder. What guy at that age with all these accomplishments out here talking like that? This is the greatest deep threat in the game in Desean Jackson. You can say Randy Moss, you can say Jerry Rice, you can say whatever you want. None of them got more 50-yard touchdown passes than Desean Jackson. Desean Jackson is not even a one-trick pony like that, though. Desean Jackson route running is very crisp. Carson Wentz is about to use Desean Jackson in ways that he hasn't been used in a while. Desean Jackson actually has that ability to catch a ball on a quick slant or something like that and take it to the house. Desean Jackson is going to make sure that happens. You know what I'm saying? So I look forward to the new season. I look forward to, just everything that's taking place. I think things are going to take a turn for the better, man. You know what I'm saying? So just let me know what you guys think, and we could get back to it.